Proper Punters, brought to you by CrossBet. Are you ready to level up your punting game?
Welcome back to another week of Proper Punters. I'm here with my man Tommy Forward.
How are you, mate?
Mate, we've got a little bit of a different setup. We've got a bit of a big name in the NRL show up straight after us. And it was just going to be too much of a headache to move.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable.
Yeah, I feel relaxed for tomorrow's racing.
I'm hoping I feel this comfortable come race 10 at Randwick. That's always nice when you go in.
For sure.
Full of bullets.
For sure.
Full of confidence. How's the racing been for you so far?
Been good, mate. Good carnival. Dry tracks. Been racing well so far.
Yeah, track didn't play as predicted last week. It was
No.
it didn't race anywhere near as on pace as what was
No, those inside lanes kind of weren't as good. I think lanes 4, 5 off the fence were the place.
Definitely. It was, and this is why, like, to be honest, I actually hate doing previews so early. I hate doing the form so early.
Yeah.
Yes, there are predicted track patterns, but they don't always race as predicted.
Yeah.
Pre-stock data isn't always correct.
Yeah.
I think if it was, it'd be a lot easier than what it is, but I think you have to assess.
You have to wait, I think. I think information's so critical in this game. Get as much as you can before putting your bets on.
Correct.
If you want to try and predict the pattern, make sure you've got big overs, I think.
150%. I agree. Unless something is what I think to be drastic overs, I'm not really interested in betting. Look, we're going to do we'll do the back 5 races at Randwick.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then we'll move to our best bets. Let's kick off Randwick race 6. We have the Bill Ritchie.
Yeah. Tom Kidden, favourite.
Yep.
We'll look at the map. There's a few in here that are going to Friday Newcastle, so that'll change a bit of the complexion of the race. But I think the main speed will still come from Fearson and Felix Majestic.
Yep.
Then I think you'll have Freedom Rally from gate 5, Nash being aggressive. I think that'll want to be forward. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with Scarlet Oak from gate 1. Is a horse that typically likes to race up on speed. But first up for Waller, I wouldn't be surprised to see a more neutral position. But I'll be seeing a fast tempo here, I think. And then I think Tom Kidden will just take his medicine, settle midfield. If J-Mac can sort of find a 3-wide line, that'll be his place to be, I think. I think with the rail back in the true at Randwick, that 3-wide line will be better, I think, than sort of on the fence coming down the middle part of the track.
Yep.
But this is just a prediction, like we said, so just wait and see. So looking to the race, I didn't really know about Tom Kidden. I thought he had every chance at Rose Hill, sat in the 1-1. J-Mac gave it a 10 out of 10. From 15, he's going to have to be extremely good. And my other concern is staying at the 1400. We speak about the time between runs. He's had 35 days of barrier trial. That's always nice to freshen up if he's going to stay at the distance. But I just think
he did have the trial between the runs. He looked exceptional. He showed once again, since he's had his nuts cut out, he's showing so much more tactical play. He went forward in the trial. I definitely don't think he wants to lead. I still think he's a horse that prefers to chase, and I don't think J-Mac will be looking to lead. Be interesting to know what the tactic. I have a feeling James will jump, look. When there is pace in a race, they can string out.
And he can slot.
And great riders like J-Mac don't panic and they find him in that 3-wide running line.
For sure.
I think if he's there somewhere around midfield, look, it is a concern that he could get trapped wide.
Yeah.
But you put faith in the great one.
Yeah, for sure.
I say that and you'll probably fuck it. So sorry, J-Mac, for putting a massive mocker on you.
Yeah.
But, mate, the guy's riding like God.
Yeah.
I've just put a huge mocker on him, actually. He's going to have an absolute stinker, and I found him in a few of my
Look
best
at the
bets.
Jockey's Challenge bet, the second favourite.
Yeah, he's
J-Mac.
It's a tricky one. I just think this horse has just come back so good. I was very bullish first up. I think he's the horse to beat here again.
Yeah.
He's my top pick. My second pick is going to be Scarlet Oak.
Yeah.
She's obviously looking, you would think, for further. Trial was exceptional.
Yeah.
Like the horses she's trialled against, like Steffi Magnetica. What's the good horse we got later? Sorry, in race.
Mazu.
No, she trialled the Fangirl and trialled beautifully on the bit.
Yeah.
Waller's just having these horses race so well first up. Look, I think Mounting Yard and Money Late will give a great guide of how ready she is.
For sure.
the trial gave me the indication that she can run a very cheeky race, and I know Waller loves having horses down in the weights. I bang on about it all the time.
Yeah, he does.
He just loves, and it just
lightweights and inside draws too.
Lightweight inside draws. I would not be surprised to see her settle a little bit. She won't be up there, but settle a lot closer than what I think people in the speed map would have
are expecting. Yeah, it'll be interesting what the market does with Tom Kidden, because I remember that day at Rose Hill, absolutely crunched. They couldn't get enough money on him. So I'll be interested to see what they do now. He's 380. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, look, fuck. It's funny, I was looking at the Stewards map. Stewards map have a sitting third defence. I don't know about third defence, but I do think she will be a lot closer than predicted. She's a beautiful horse, and I think she's got well above average ability.
Love it, mate. I'll have little each-way play on Freedom Rally just with Nash aboard. Last start, nice run at Randwick, same track. Can run a place, I think, from a nice map with a good jockey aboard. Yeah.
I'm not diving in early. I'll be watching for track patterns and all that jazz, but the two horses I'm looking at are Tom Kitten and Scarlet Oak.
Beautiful, mate.
We move on to race 7. We have the Darley Tea Rose Stakes, and we have it's pretty $2.05 best in the market at the moment, Autumn Glow.
Yeah.
She's taken all before her. She's still... Think about this horse. She's still so raw. But look, give us a speed map and let's have a chat about it.
I don't have much tempo here, actually. I've got Lazura, Snow in May. There's an option for Erno's Cube to be ridden forward from a good gate.
Yes.
But I don't have a strong tempo here, which isn't ideal for Autumn Glow. I think this is a horse big by Autumn Sun, big galloper. I think she'll appreciate more tempo on. So it'll be interesting to see what she does sort of against the race shape that is going to suit her. Manal will be positive and will be in front of Autumn Glow, I think, which is a big key for how they want to play this race out, seeing that Manal is the key danger, I think, to Autumn Glow. But despite saying all this, I'm with Autumn Glow. Loved the way, spit out all the negatives and then say that you're with her. Love the way she extended. That last 100 metres at Rose Hill last start was phenomenal, I thought. She just kind of knuckled down late, flattened out. It was beautiful. The extra 100 metres is only going to suit. I'm waiting for her to get up to sort of a mile to see her best. But I think Manal and Amina tie in too much to each other. They've raced each other through this preparation, and I'm just looking for some different form coming over. J-Mac jumps aboard. Yeah, Autumn Glow, $2 will suit me.
I disagree. Once again, I think the market's found her. She's the right price.
Yep.
Doesn't look. It's probably not one that I want to. I'm definitely not diving in early, and whether I back late, we'll just see. But I think she's the best horse in the race. Still learning.
Yeah.
Once again, though, not getting the race shape. There's definitely negatives. And do you want to be taking evens in the city in a Group 2 race when there's negatives?
Probably want 240. 230, see what you can get. It'd be interesting to see
2 to
what
1.
the market does.
That'd be nice.
Hey,
it's. I think she's the best horse in the race. She's got the best jock in the race. There's definitely boxes tick there, but I'm more just excited to see what she can do again, and if she does put him away like that, because she could stamp herself as one of the better 3-year-old fillies.
No doubt. Pretty simple race, Autumn Glow.
Yeah, very simple.
Move on.
Let's move on to race 8.
Yep. What is it now? The 7+ Sports Stakes. It's now named.
What was this? I'm useless at this.
I don't really know the names, mate. I just look at the races and find the bets. But
me too.
Solid tempo here. I think the two gay runners will take up the lead, Major Beale and Royal Patronage.
Yeah.
Always set a strong tempo, the gay runners. And then I think Zoogotra and Hinged from the Waller stable, Gates 2 and Gates 3, they were positive in their recent racing. I think they'll look to do the same again. And then I think Fangirl, the favourite, Gate 9, this is a horse that typically settles to the rear, and I think they won't do anything different today. I think J-Mac will just get it in a comfortable position out the back and look for a sprint home late. Moo, looking at the market, $2.10 was about my price. I didn't find any value, I think, at those odds. Trial between runs is positive. It was a really nice trial, but I'll let you speak more about that since you're the trial expert. But yeah, $2.10 was about my price. I did have some small value Royal Patronage sort of at the $6. My price, I had it closer to second favourite. I was a little bit negative on Zoogotra. I thought it had every chance in the Wink Stakes, and I think it's more of a 1,400 metre horse, especially in this class. I think against its sort of own sex or own age, and then I think that it could sort of extend to the mile, but I think it's outclassed at the mile here. But I like the way Royal Patronage debuted. hit the line strongly, was full of running through the line, and we say it time and time again, but these gay runners, when they go up in distance, they just keep punching through brick walls. So yeah, I'll take some of the $6. Mace, how about you?
I was a little bit, I wasn't cold. I shouldn't say, I certainly wasn't cold, but I thought it was a race for Fangirl that could, I didn't want to be on a first start, but I stated it.
Yeah.
And I thought her run was exceedingly good considering the pattern of the race.
Yep.
If you look at her closing splits, it was still, her closing splits were some of the best on the day still.
Yeah.
So for what she was able to achieve, and like Via Sistina went enormous on the day, has since not ran the best in Melbourne, but the excuses there. So I've got no issue with the form line out of the race or anything like that. I thought her run was extremely well. I love that she's trialled between runs. Obviously, she had the issue where they said she almost died. I think she's going to be getting a lot closer to peak fitness. Yeah. If she's at her best, she's a star.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the mile suits her.
Yep.
Small fuel's fine. She likes Randwick. The trial between runs was really good. Had restricted room, but she looked like a happy horse.
Yeah.
She's at the best. I think she wins.
Yep.
Massive question mark. The only horse that there's a question mark for in this race for me is Royal Patronage. Went looking for it when it did win first up, and just the trial was just like you couldn't back it.
Yeah.
The only way you could back it is if you went like this.
If you didn't watch the trial.
If you didn't watch it, you could have been on it on form. But yeah, so... And it just looks like one of those gay Waterhouse runners that they find that they just run through brick walls.
Big, tough bullies up on speed.
And it would be my only danger. Yep. I've got Fangirl on top. Want to see Royal Patronage again. I'd maybe back one. Fuck, you're taking a bit short odds the market. Yeah. We'll just have to see what the market does. But they're my two.
Yep.
They're definitely my two. I can't see anything out of those two winning the race.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's some pretty clear-cut chances.
This moves on to an interesting one. We're very bullish on Aft Cabin. Last start, there was excuses. Me won the race. What's the pace look like in the shorts?
Quick tempo here. I think they'll fly. The race that Me and Aft Cabin actually come out of, they didn't go quick that day, so it'll be interesting how that form line stands up when there's a difference in race shapes. But I've got Way to the Stars, Lady of Camelot, Coal Crusher. They'll all want to be positive. Me will want to get a nice run again. It sat in the box seat to win last start. I think from gate 2 they'll just find a similar position. Our Coberson will be up there positively. And then horses such as Private Eye, Aft Cabin, I think they'll just take rearward positions. It's interesting though, as I say that, I remember Private Eye sat 3 wide to win this race last year. So from gate 12, he may adopt similar tactics. We'll just wait and see. The 3 wide line might be suitable on the day. Jockeys will make that decision, I guess, when the rail's in the true. Me came up a bit short for me in my market. I sort of marked it 320, and then when I look and see 235, I was a bit shocked. I do see Sportsbet did open it at $3.30. It's into 235. I thought it was suited last start, got a nice run in the box seat. They didn't go too quick, conserved its energy, got out at the right time and hit the line well. Tick, tick, tick. But I think up to the 11 would be more suitable. But for me, it's just a price thing. I think there's some genuine chances, and I think 235 is too skinny for me. I'll forgive Aft Cabin because I think if my money was on first up, I'm going to give it one more chance. It was blocked for room, raced in restricted. It hit the line well enough, only a length off Private Eye for sort of a more disadvantaged run. The gate 11, the speed on, I think Kerry McEvoy will just sit up the back and hopefully come home with a sprint. I want to give it one more chance from the gelding op. I see the winkers going on. The stable are trying to figure out how to get the best out of this horse because I think they know that this horse has ability. The $11, $3 the place.
When learning the form, one of the first people that ever taught me anything about horse racing was my grandfather. And his cousin was a horse trainer, John Mock. He's passed, God bless. But one thing I remember he always told me was if you ever back a horse and you're very confident, you should always give it one more run. Yeah. Always give it one more chance. And I reckon this is a prime example of a horse you need to give one more chance. Yeah. Go back and look at when it jumped. It went a little, not up in the air, it was a little bit. It wasn't the best start. And Remark was sitting outside of it, and it jumped a little bit better, and it half closed the gap. It had Collard on that day, who I think a lot of the time a very passive jockey, especially early. Mm-hmm. There was an opportunity that he probably could have pushed up and sat behind IME. I think if he'd done that, he would have got a beautiful suck into the race, stayed on the fence, and not run into anywhere near as much trouble, and you would have watched a far different run.
Definitely.
And he would be starting easily half his quote in this. I'm not saying he would have won or anything like that. Mm-hmm. He would have finished a lot closer, definitely.
Yep.
You just have to put a line through the run. He found trouble for the majority of the race. It's a complete forgive run. I love the application of Winkers here. Mm-hmm. Another great show of intent. Not sure K-Mac would have been my first selection.
Yeah, I can agree there.
But I do think he might try. I'm hoping. It's just weird. Barrier 11 is going to be tricky to where he gets. Mm-hmm. But they're going to go fast. So I think there's an opportunity for him to settle closer.
Yeah.
If he chooses to. I think we'll definitely get the right race. As you said, against IME at the price, concede it's a massive chance can win. Mm-hmm. But it's $2.30, $2.50. That just seems way too short.
Yeah, I agree.
Way too short. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like Aft Cabin can... You just have to put a line through the run, and there was good money for it on the day. Mm-hmm. Really good money for it on the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when we tipped it on the show, it was $8. It started at $5 in the end. Yeah. So at half its quote, there's obviously a feel that the horse is flying, absolutely flying. Very happy to forgive the run. 1,000 was always going to be a question mark.
Yeah.
It's not suited. Mm-hmm. So the 1,100s, look, to be honest, he probably wants 1,200 more, but even then.
But
the
a
extra
fast 11 can help.
A fast 11 should suit him down to the ground. I think $11 each way is incredible odds.
Agree with you, Mace. We line it up, which is
when we've lined up in the past. Right. Yeah, no mocking, touch some wood again. All right, we close off here. I'm actually a little bit horny about this race.
Yeah.
Race 10, let's go.
I'll give you the map, mate, and then I might give you the mic to talk to, try and sell me. Fast tempo here. I've got Wind Chat. I think actually Wind Chat might have been scratched as I'm saying this. It has. So I've got Kibu, La Melody coming out from a wide gate. They'll want to roll forward. I think they'll inject some speed in the last race. Raikoki, I'm going to have a guess at the name.
Yeah.
And Louvois from good draws. I think they'll want to be positive. And then you've got horses such as Fox Fighter, who won last start. They'll be ridden conservatively. Wild Chap, first up, will be ridden conservatively. I think all the wide gates here are actually already back markers, so their decisions are already kind of set in stone, and then the barriers just mean that they go further back. Moravia, the favourite. Gate 9, it'll be interesting what J-Mac wants to do. Obviously, he's got 9 races to figure out the track pattern by now, so he'll know and probably make the best decision as he always does. But yeah, I'll give the mic to you, Mace. What are your thoughts?
I'm keen on a horse called Moravia.
Mm-hmm.
Its run first up was unreal. Like Sneaky. It comes out of the IME race. Slow to begin, ridden very negative, almost looked like it was having half a barrier trial. Mm-hmm. Obviously didn't have to go around the runner, stayed on the fence, got a beautiful run up, but it is finished next to horses. Look, Aft Cabin was held up, but the horse that wasn't was, 1 second.
Private Eye?
Private Eye.
Yeah.
Like, what price is Private Eye in this race?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
What price is Aft Cabin in this race?
Yeah.
In a benchmark 88.
So the second favourite's Atmospheric Rock, I think might be a highway horse, midway horse.
It's like a midway
Danny
highway
Williams,
horse. And I actually like Atmospheric Rock as a horse, but you're comparing different. Now, look, in fairness, Moravia's only won the one race, but he has contested Group 3 listed.
Golden Rose, I think it was 2 lengths off Militarized in a Golden Rose or something.
100%. Like, this is a horse that's raced against some of the top quality 2 and 3 year olds, all last preparation. Then come in and gets put in a Concord first up where it's beaten 3.99 lengths. And looked like it was having half a practice.
Yeah. And he sort of ran up asses in the last 50 metres. And
ran up, like that last 50 metres was exceptional. He was just really building his revs.
Yep, agree.
Going to the 1200, I think looks like it will suit immensely.
Getting speed on at a 1200.
Speed ons, you've got Kaboo with the blinkers on. You know what he's going to do. He's going to be rolling forward. I definitely think he's probably one of the dangers. I think he's been a bit of a... What's a politically correct way of saying he's been a bit of a game deceiver?
Yeah.
At times, he obviously has had issues I love the booking of J-Mac.
Yep.
I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at this horse. I still think they think this is a black type quality animal and they're trying to give it a kill here.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the trials before the run. I'm really keen here. I think this is probably one of the best bets of the day. You're getting $3.30 to find out.
Love it.
Hopefully it's not the get out stakes and we're putting the cherry on top, but I am very keen Moravia.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, everything
and
you said.
Fuck the rest. But a little bit of respect for Kaboo.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, I'm likewise. Moravia for me. You've just made me more keen, and I'll hopefully be having some on as well.
I don't think this is all. I'm hoping this horse is in the game. So I just think he's been placed in such tougher quality,
Definitely.
and I just think he gets to come back here to a benchmark 88. Look, he did go, and this is his race.
Yeah, for sure.
The trials before his run this time said, "Hang on, no, I'm back," and I think he can put it all together now.
Yeah, agree, mate.
All right, let's move on to our best bets.
Yep. So I got 4 best bets this week. We'll start off in Randwick. Race 2, She's Exotic. Resumes for the Cody Morgan stable. J-Mac goes on. I loved the recent trial against a highway horse in Somerton, Sniper. I think the 1000's perfect, and I think it can resume a winner. Then we'll go to Randwick Race 7. I've got Autumn Glow. I said negatives earlier, but I think this horse is the best horse in the race. You've got the best jockey aboard, and I think he'll find a way to just win. Randwick Race 8, I'll go to Royal Patronage each way. I think it's a terrific value to run a place. $6 to win, I think, is a good price as well. No Knox Fangirl, but I just want to be on this horse at the odds. And then we'll go down to Caulfield Race 8 in the Underwood. I'll go with Place Du Carrousel. I like this horse's Australian debut behind Via Sistina. Then I'm going to forget the Queen Elizabeth when Pride of Jenny went out at 30 lengths. It's resuming today. Nice jump outs down in Melbourne, and I think the Freedman stable will have this horse spot on. $3.80 seems a good price. Mace, what about you?
All right, to Randwick for my 4 best bets. We go to Randwick Race 1, number 11, El Castello. Won a super maiden on a Wednesday at Warwick Farm. I think it was a pretty quality maiden, and it's going to a midway here. He's lightly raced. Before that, he's actually ran second the broadsiding in group quality. This is a Group 1 quality animal. I think he's on the up. I think he will be tough. He's probably giving away a lot of experience here, but for what he lacks in experience, he makes up for in ability. So pretty keen there. Race 2, number 5, She's Exotic. Unbeaten so far. Love the trials. Is up against Crayon. I think this horse is better suited to the 1000, and it just gets the nod over what looks like to be a complete match race. I move to race 9, number 2, Aft Cabin. I think this is a complete forgive run last start. Probably should have pushed up, sat a lot closer, and probably could have tracked the winner into the race. Things didn't go right late and then early, and then things did not go right late in the straight either. Up to the 1100 suits, and I think $11 each way to find out is great odds. And we close off with my absolute best bet of the day, race 10, number 3, Moravia. Looks like he had a little bit of a practice going back, worked home nicely out of the Aft Cabin race, drops back to a benchmark 88, gets J-Mac, extremely well placed. Love the way he hit the line and was really just getting motoring late. Up to 1200 suits, and I think should hopefully finish us off with a winner.
Love it.
Our BTFU top 2, I'm going with race 10, number 3, Moravia. So that's that horse to run top 2. And what's our other leg?
I'll be going race 7, Autumn Glow with J-Mac aboard.
So both of those horses together to run top 2. Mate, racing's really starting to heat up now.
Yeah.
Like I said, track race relatively, I shouldn't say fair. It was better to be swooperish. I think if we get that sort of track here, I'm pretty confident on the day.
Me too, definitely. I like those swooping tracks.
Definitely. Guys, you want to get involved, you want to get all the late mail, sign up to the Discord. I'll be doing tips there throughout the day. And not just me, we've actually got a couple of good judges in there and a couple of guys giving some pretty good mail around the traps. The Discord's been on fire, and as I said, not taking all the credit there. There's been Johnny Markham, a good friend of the show. He's been placing a couple of winners, so big shout out to him.
Beautiful.
And let's just hope we can keep the winning form going.
Love it, mate.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next week, and thank you.
What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.